So for today's video, we're gonna be making an accent chair using this empty paint bucket and some other things like cardboard. Yeah, cardboard. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And if you're stopping by for the first time, so good to have you here. Please consider subscribing to my channel and join the growing family. So right about now, I'm just trying to size the cardboard to see if it's long enough for what I'm going to be making. You can see I disassembled the cardboard and now I'm putting them back together, and I put weight on it to help it stick together. I put this aside for about 2 hours, and then I got back my paint bucket. This paint bucket is 2 in 1. Yes, it's 2 in 1. I stack the two together for extra strength. You can see that. Sorry, I didn't show. And I want to use the other side for this as a sitting area. That's why I'm screening this cover on this other side. And again, I'm trying to check the difference so I know how better to wrap the bucket to make it come out as a whole. So right about now, sorry, I actually have maybe lost some clip or forget to record as I go because this needs so much attention. You can see how I'm wrapping the buckets together, and this fiber foam, guys, if you're doing this and you're gonna be screwing, of course you're gonna be screwing the other part to this bucket, please avoid using the fiber foam because it was a mistake and I have learned from it. So avoid it. Avoid it. Only use the fiber foam on the seat. Don't use it on the body because it makes you work so difficult. And the obstacles I encounter on this project is because I made a mistake of using fiber foam where I was not supposed to. So I'm just trying to add additional foam, double it up to make the seat really comfortable for sitting. And I figure it would have been better for me to cut them and glue them together before I add it to the bucket. But regardless, that's fine. We did it anyways. Okay, so I'm still learning to use the right tools for this, and please, if you know the right tools for all of these, kindly comment below because that will really useful to me. Okay, so back to the cardboard. I just folded it for flexibility since I'm going to be wrapping it around the bucket. After it dried, it sit for about 2 hours plus, and then I just make it flexible a lot. And then I try to cut it to size, but I discovered that it was not giving me the desired curve, so I needed to add this little cardboard on it to give me desired curve. I've not really been doing this before, but I had to cut this fabric. And so if you watch my previous video on DIY, remember I told you I was going to be more patient to sew this together. So I actually cut it big because I was afraid of making it too small, and then I had to recut and join it together. I had to sew it so that it will come out really good. And then after sewing it, here we are trying to fix it together on the bucket. There's a way you could do this without having to sew, but I said I was gonna exercise more patience to sew it, to see what the sewing looks like, and actually it makes my work really easy. So right now I'm going to be tufting only on the seat, and I figure I could actually use my screw, and this was easy for me. It was a lot easy, yes. So here we are. Yes, yeah, that looks really nice. Of course I did 4 more tufting by the sides, and here we are, guys. So okay, this was a very difficult part for me because I do not have stuffs to cut, but regardless, you can see that I already marked this cardboard, and I'm going to be cutting it off the camera, which I have did. It's time to cover it up. So I'm sorry that this was not really showing well, but I'm only using this foam to pad the sides so it will be soft for people's hand to come on it. I didn't have to pad everywhere. I'm sure you could actually see that from some part of the clips. So I padded it all around, and then I cut, and the inside is empty. I actually just cut it to make it look line well, and then I try to glue it together to make it look uniform. All of that, all of that, all of that. That's what I'm about to do right now, but that's what I'm doing at the moment. Sorry. So I just really make sure I pay attention to all the corners to make it comes out well. So when the fabric comes on it, it will look smooth, like it came as a whole. I know you understand what I'm trying to say. Okay. So here comes the fiber again. Guys, don't be like me. The fiber would actually would have been great if I didn't have to struggle trying to screw it together. But if you know you're gonna be screwing this, of course you're gonna be screwing. Please avoid fiber on all of this side. Only have it on your seat because, man, I didn't believe something as tiny as this would have given me so much problem I encountered on this project. But it's okay. At least I've learned. I have seen the pros and cons of it. So I won't be like that next time. And do not be like me. So I cut the fabric to size. I glue the middle. It was at this point I started thinking that the fiber was not a very good option because the middle I thought was not going to be as smooth as I wanted. But regardless, this was fine because it would have been disastrous if the fabric was not flexible, since I had to bend afterward, and I didn't glue it to the size of the bend because when you have a bend or a curve, it will take rather more materials than it was straight. So I try to close it all up to the back and make it ready to be coupled together with the other piece rather. So this other part, I would say it was smooth. Of course it was. It's just tucking in the fabric from behind. When I say this was the hardest part, yes, it was. Guys, my screw will literally picking the fiber from within the project, wrapping it up with the thread, making the thread very, very difficult to go through the two pieces. And this was a huge fight for me. Forget about those beads. I tried to beat the accent chair, but I figured it was not going to be smooth on the skin, so I took them off. I initially wanted to beat the front of it, but that wasn't a good idea, so I took that off. And after so much fight, I'm able to couple these two pieces together. So I'm trying finish it from behind by tapping all the fabric to the behind. And okay, so we're rounding up, and after pushing all the fabric together, I cut out this piece of fabric to close it all up. And what I did here was I first of all put a few a few I put a few pins on it, fold it down to make sure that I was on track, because my previous project I wasted a lot of pins because I will have to just put everything. When I put it down, I see that it didn't work, so I try to put a few, put it down. If it works, I continue. If it didn't work, then I didn't have to lost or lose so much pins. Okay, so this was another little difficult part, trying to close it up together, but it wasn't so difficult anyway. So we just lost a few pin loose and had to do this again, and that was that. Okay, sorry, I didn't show. I just got a piece of fabric, glue it by the sides, and then added my four legs. I wanted to make sure I added legs to it to suspend it from the floor because of water, of course. But I'm going to tell you this: adding legs to this is not a really good idea because the legs are in the middle and the middle can carry no weight as all the structure is just surrounding. Don't add no legs except you can stretch it to the sides. Please give this video a thumbs up and leave a nice sweet comment below because this was such a hassle putting this together, and I would appreciate a nice comment and even a suggestion. Bye and see you guys in my next video.